ya. Terima kasih buat kamu yang sudah subscribe di channel ini. Yang belum, jangan lupa bantu di subscribe ya. Kali ini saya pengen share ke kamu buat yang teman-teman suka motret, terutama motret human interest. Kalau misalnya sering banget kadang-kadang kita ke gap ya buat pas lagi motret ternyata ketahuan gitu. Nah, ini ada tips trik dari Zack Arias yang kemarin saya ikutin eventnya Fujito ya. Nah, seperti apa tips-triknya dari Zack Arias? Jangan lupa tetap stay tune di channel ini. Bye.
Sometimes you're going to get caught trying to take a candid photo. I want to put a whole series of these photos together called What the Click. This lady is sitting in a Chipotle. She's sitting right in the C of the name, like perfectly framed, and I'm like, she's asking to have her photo made. So I'm outside the restaurant, she's inside the restaurant, and I'm like this, like trying to take her picture, and I've just about got her framed up, and I see her in my viewfinder look up and make eye contact with me, and I take the picture, and I'm just like, and on down the street I go. And I'd shown this picture before, I never noticed this until someone pointed it out, but she's reading ICP, which is the International Center for Photography. Like, it's a pretty nice photo magazine. So it's kind of funny that there's this photographer outside taking her picture and she's reading a photography magazine. So yeah. First off, post no bills. I'm walking down the street and I hear this argument happening across the street from me, and I look over there and this couple here is having a very heated argument. Like, I can hear them from across the street sort of argument. It's New York. That kind of happens, right? That's why New York is so great to me. And they're wearing warm colored clothes against a blue, cool colored background. Ding. They're standing in front of Post No Bills. Ding. You know, and there's something interesting happening. Ding. So they hit like 3 marks of like why I want to take a photo. And I'm like, I gotta go over there and see what happens. So I walk across the street, and it was a really wide street. Let me see if I can walk down here without doing it in feedback. So let's just say that the front here is the wall, okay? It's that blue wall. Wow, it breaks up even more down here than there. So that's the blue wall, and it was a super wide sidewalk. And it was about 5 o'clock in the evening, and there were just people coming and going. And then they're over there by the wall having this big argument. And I'm kind of like, if they're going to be in public in front of hundreds of people having their throwdown argument, then I'm going to be here and take a picture. Like, and I don't know, it's New York. You walk around the corner and there's just people screaming at each other sometimes. So I'm going to take a picture of it. So I'm here on the curb, and there's like these 2 tour buses right here that I'm kind of standing in between, and their engines are running. So I'm at the back end of one of the buses, and it's, you know, rumbling and idling, and there's people, and I'm kind of watching them through all the people walking. And so I decide what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a break in pedestrians. And as soon as there's a break, I'm going to get my picture and move on down the street. Because I really don't want to get into it with this guy, right? So I'm standing there, people. They haven't noticed me yet. There's so much going on. They're in their own world. They're having their own situation. And then there's a break. And it's just me, sidewalk, and them. And I'm like, okay, this is vulnerable too. So I'm just kind of like chilling out, and I see this woman, and I assume her daughter, walking up the street. They're coming up the street. And I'm like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. They're going to get to about right here. When they get to about here, I'm going to come up, grab my shot. They'll walk in front of me as I go like this. Perfect. That's the plan. So, here comes mom and daughter. I'm pulling up my camera. They see me, mom and daughter see me, and say, oh, sorry, right? I'm standing there. They see that I'm about to take a picture. What do? You try to stay out of the photo, or you duck under, right? So what they're trying to do is under my camera. But then they're, what am I taking a picture of? And he sees me when she yells out, oh, sorry, right? She says, I'm sorry. He looks up. I'm standing there like this. And I see him looking at me, and he starts, what the frick? And he starts yelling at me, and she's apologetic, and I just like, oh, shit. And I just go like this. Dude saw me like this, straight up pointing at him. And now there's people, and I'm looking at my camera, and I'm looking up there, and I'm kind of watching him out of my peripheral, see if he's coming at me or not. And then I just go, and I stay. I just plant myself. And I'm watching him, I'm kind of watching him like this. And then he goes, and it's just a building that's under construction. Like there's nothing up there, really, of any importance. And I'm just like, and I get on down the street without getting punched.